For many of us right now, reunions, kind of a big deal. And for Ohioan Steve Klein and a girl who grew up as Janie Bell, their reunion has been 50 years in the making. Actually, it was their first meeting since they met on paper in Letters to Vietnam.
It was 50 years ago this year that I started my tour in Vietnam.
A 22-year-old college grad from Toledo, sent to Nha Trang, Vietnam.
I came across the dress book that I took to Vietnam with me.
About 50 years ago, did you correspond with a soldier stationed in South Vietnam?
2 or 3 weeks passed.
So the day that I saw it, I responded,
Yes, I did. Is that you?
50 years ago, this was Janie, an 8th grader in Beechwood, Ohio.
I really think it was a project about learning how to write letters. And I was interested in corresponding with the soldiers.
Steve's commanding officer asked if anyone wanted to correspond with a junior high kid from Ohio.
So when I got the first letter from Janie, I thought, this gives me contact with the real world.
Those letters are all gone by now, but they remember about 15 back and forth from May to December of 1971, right before Steve got out alive.
We all had that same sense of urgency. We want to go home. Hello. Good shopping.
And in 2021, a 22-year-old boy and 13-year-old girl met for the first time in Yellow Springs.
Waiting for me with his arms wide open, it was just really special.
Janie and her husband now live in Columbus. Steve's a lawyer living with his wife in Visalia. 2 kids from Ohio, both from Jewish heritage. One wanting to serve his country.
Right at the bottom.
Right here.
One wanting to support those who serve their country.
When you decide to do something good with no ulterior motive, it comes back to really give something to the giver as well.
Back together again for a moment, thanks to letters from Ohio to Vietnam.
Every piece of good that you do helps everyone because we are all connected.
When you think about it now, I ask a whole lot of people, when's the last time you sent a letter to someone?
Yeah.
And how significant that can be. We've lost that art.
I know, and that's what I love about, even though, we give technology a hard time, but without technology, they wouldn't have been able to reconnect.
There you go.
That's when it's so useful, and that's when you're so thankful for that.
We celebrate this Independence Day and thank Steve for his service and,
so cool.
and Janie for her service as well.
Yeah, really awesome to see that.